Hi folks and modelers. Today I will bring you one past build showcase, and it's on the CH-47A Chinook at 1/35th scale from Trumpeter. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this kit, I have uploaded some short videos on this but without commentary. So today I would like to talk a little bit about this. It's because I've done some additional things to this kit, and I would like to talk about that. So this kit is a typical trumpeter, quite old, maybe somewhere back in 2003 or 4. So the kit is nothing special, not too many details. So the additional special things that I've done is I've detailed up the cargo bay. The cargo bay is really bare on the kit, so I've taken some reference material. So there are seats, a lot of pipings and tubings components on the side of the cargo bay where the rear ramp will open. So actually I've put in all these details on the kit, and also the seats. So for the seats, I have actually roughly calculated how big it should be and how it should look like, because I used a red color cardboard paper. Actually I have drafted this out in AutoCAD, and then I printed it on the red cardboard paper, and I actually cut out the whole thing like this, and then attach it to all these round beams to make it look like a seat. And the cardboard box was easy to work with because you can actually wrinkle it, to make it look like a fabric. So these are just some further reference material that I got off from the internet. So besides the scratch buildings, I have actually also added some LEDs. And for this kit itself, it was my first kit to experiment with LED. So it's nothing fancy, but and I use all the leftover LED, the diode LEDs from some toys. And also, okay, you can see that I have it actually plugged in here, and it's actually charged through the USB port, and I think it should be fully charged now. So I'm gonna take this off, so hopefully it will light up later. Maybe I can just test it first before I unplug it. Basically the switch is somewhere down here, and okay, I don't think it's lighting up. Probably it's not charged. So anyway, let me just leave on the cable, because it will light up with the cable plugged in. So okay, I think it's lighted up. So I think in my short videos you have seen this. So it lights up the cargo bay, and the LED lights are up there. And actually these LED lights are something I took from the bicycle light. So it has a couple of modes, like a flickering mode, and also something like a blinking mode. Oops. Yeah, So this is probably the blinking mode. So I'm just gonna switch it off. And okay, it's a bit hard to do this showcase because I think I have to like show you a couple of stuff. And then the front part here, I do have two LED lights somewhere in the cockpit and also over here. And the way I did it is I actually used these kind of lithium-ion batteries, and the switch is actually here. It's gonna be tough to do this. So now I got it switched on, and you can see there's one red LED here, and there is a green LED in the cockpit. But let me switch this off. Don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's quite dim. But it is lighted up. So if I switch it off, yes, it switches off, and that LED is over there. So sorry for moving around too much. I think I will place my camera down now. And I'm going to show you this battery case here. Actually, this thing is from the 1/18 scale AV-8B Harrier. So I didn't use it for that kit. So I actually took it and used it for this kit. So what I did was I made it look like some kind of a cargo box, because this thing actually will sit in somewhere inside there. To just, you know, it looks like a cargo box inside there, but of course it has the wires attached, these wires to the LED. So that was the idea that I had, to, you know, make it so that there's no wires coming out from this this Chinook. And over here there are some parts. Actually, this is for the door here. I did not glue it because sometimes when I take this out, the door tends to come off. So it's not glued. And also this is the top part of the door, which I did not cover it because I need to take this out. And this is actually the floor of the middle section here. Okay, so I'm going to, it's really difficult to move this kit. Okay, I'm just gonna like move around here just to show you the bottom part of this Chinook. Okay, the blades are actually sort of moving, so you can see that there is an opening at the bottom there. I made it open, that's why I have that piece of the floor which is not inside of the fuselage. So for this kit, there was a lot of scratch building, and to show you the scratch building, I don't think I can show you in here, and it's not going to be clear. So I'm just going to move to my laptop for a while, just to show you all these photos which I have actually taken while I was building it. So this is, I hope you can see this. This is all the scratch building that I've done using especially solder wires, because they were soft and easy to work with. And the rest of these things are all some optional parts, leftovers I had from previous kits, which, you know, I just sort of modified it to look like things like tubes and boxes and, you know, whatever it is. And this is a plastic sheet. I drilled some holes in it to look like a sheet metal. So there's the other half there. It's not exactly the same. And then let me just show you more. This is the top part of the ceiling. So I have some of these things made from plastic cuts and tube, round beams and square beams, but it's not exactly to the real thing. So like, I think you can see here, this is bare. This is how the kit comes. There's nothing there. And this is how it looks like after you have added all the details to the wall. This is the battery pack, which I've shown you. This is the cockpit areas. So here you can see a little bit of the ceiling, and there's a lot of these pipings, tubings, which I use the solder wires, and that's the LED I'm talking about. And this is after I primered it. This is after I painted it. So let's take a bit of a closer look. So yeah, got all these things painted, put some decals, you know, just make it look like all the hydraulics or, you know, pneumatic things there. And that's the seat that I'm talking about. It's a paper cardboard sheet. Just cut it out, and I use some masking tapes for the seat belts. And all these legs are the round beams, plastic round beams that I used. So let me show you more things. I know my hand is shaking a bit. Okay, so this is the ceiling of the Chinook. I put some pipings there, did some openings. This is just the cockpit. And this is the switch that I'm talking about. So it is a bicycle rear tail light. So I just took out the casing, the plastics. The switch is originally there, but I have to enhance it with some other plastic things so that I can actually push it. And these are the LEDs. So that's the LED lighted up. This is the cockpit, and these are the seats that I've built for the internal cabin, and probably weathered it. And this is also the seats attached to the fuselage. Okay, so here there's a lot of things. I've painted these. In fact, these are all scratch built. This goes to the ceiling and some of these parts. So, and okay, here you can see clearly that's the battery that is together with the LED light. in this cargo bay, and that's how it's being charged through a USB port. Okay, here there's a clear picture of the ceiling. It's all painted. This part is a bit fictional. I just imagined it because I did not have a... Maybe I had reference photo, but I did not exactly follow it. And these are all the piping tubings. So this area is quite visible on this kit. So if you leave it bare, it's gonna be just doesn't look good. This is the floor with the masking tapes on. Okay, more photos. This is before I have painted it, I think, on the ceiling. This is also the ceiling before I painted it. And this is the cockpit. And I've also done some wirings, tubings on the control panel, but it's not really visible after I put in the canopy. That's the internal bay. And okay, so that's it on the photos. So the scratch building was actually planned out before I started the kit, but the LED came a bit ad hoc, and so I just had the idea to put in some lights. So it's a very amateur thing that I did, because it wasn't even properly, like, I mean, the bicycle light is only up to here. It's not all the way up to the front. And and for this part here where I'm doing the charging, so now I'm gonna plug it out. I'm gonna switch off the power, and I'm gonna try to plug this out now. Okay, so this panel is in the real Chinook. There will be maybe rotor shafts running in there, and it's actually it can be open for maintenance. But for this kit, what I did is, since this was a separate piece that you're supposed to glue it here, I put a round beam here so that I can actually open it and do the recharging. So that's the recharging connection there, and this is actually the battery. I've painted it gray so that it's not so obvious. So if I close it, you can't really see the thing. And on the kit itself, on the exterior, I've done a lot of these. These are probably antennas, and I think it's not correct because it's probably supposed to run maybe zigzag, but I've connected all the way here, down here to the back. So could have done it wrongly. So besides that, the kit was quite straightforward, and the painting, the decals, not too difficult. So I hope the explanations were good on this. I just wanted to inform about how I did this, because I've shown some short videos a couple of years back, and this was probably built back in 19 maybe. So anyway, this is it for my past build showcase on Chinook with LED and scratch build. So I hope you enjoyed this, and please subscribe if you haven't, and give us a thumbs up if you like it. So I will bring you more updates soon. Cheers for now, and happy modeling.